Hello, welcome to my channel WWE Pulse.
Welcome to my It's time to look at the Ultimate Warrior. But before we do that, I need some information from you. What is your favorite Ultimate Warrior memory? Put it in the comments section down below. And while you're down there, hit that subscribe button because I need your help to grow this channel. Once you've done that, it is time to slam poetry, slam style into the world of professional wrestling and look at one of the most unique characters ever created. The Ultimate Warrior. The Ultimate Warrior may have been gone too soon, but the impact he had on fans will never be forgotten. He was without question one of the most popular wrestlers of the late 80s and early 90s. A larger-than-life comic book character that came to life. This high-energy performer made fans feel like they were watching someone who truly believed he was unstoppable. But behind the face paint and body glitter lay a man who was acutely aware of his own mortality. While many know about his untimely death, few realize just how close he came to dying on numerous occasions during his career. Today, we're going to take a look back at the life and death of the Ultimate Warrior and find out what really happened to him. James Bryan Hellwig was born on June 16, 1960 in Crawfordsville, Indiana. From an early age, he knew he wanted to be a wrestler and began training when he was still in high school. After graduating, he joined the Marine Corps and served for 6 years. During his time in the Marines, he traveled around the world and competed in various athletic competitions. He was even part of a track team at one point. All the while, he continued to train in wrestling and hone his skills. When his time in the military was up, he returned home and began working as a bouncer in nightclubs. He also started taking wrestling more seriously and changed his name to the Ultimate Warrior. In 1982, after a few years as a bouncer, he made his professional wrestling debut. For the next 4 years, he honed his craft, learning from some of the best in the business and developing his signature face paint and body glitter look. His hard work paid off when he caught the eye of Vince McMahon and was brought into the WWE in 1987. The crowd loved him from the start, and he quickly became one of the top stars in the company. He had a string of memorable feuds with some of the biggest names in the industry, including Hulk Hogan, Andre the Giant, and the Ultimate Fighting Championship. During his time in the WWF, he also became a two-time Intercontinental Champion and a one-time WWF Champion. He held the title for just 30 days, losing it to Sergeant Slaughter in a controversial match at the 1992 SummerSlam. Despite the short tenure as champion, he left an indelible mark on the company and its fans. His matches were always high-energy affairs that left the audience breathless. The Ultimate Warrior would charge across the ring, leaping over the ropes and delivering powerful slams that could be heard by spectators all around. No matter who he faced, he always gave it his all, making sure that every match was a memorable event. Sadly, after the 1992 SummerSlam, his relationship with the WWF's management deteriorated, and he was let go in 1993. He did make brief appearances in WCW and Smoky Mountain Wrestling. It was clear that nothing could replace his time in the WWF. Fans missed seeing him perform and begged the company to bring him back. Finally, their prayers were answered when he returned in 1996. Unfortunately, this second stint didn't last long either. After feuding with Hunter Hearst Helmsley over the Intercontinental Championship, he was once again released from his contract in 1998. After leaving the WWF, he went on to wrestle for various independent promotions, including NWA, Total Non-Stop Action Wrestling, and World Wrestling All-Stars. He also appeared in movies and TV shows, including Beyond the Mat and But no matter where he wrestled or what role he played, he always brought the same intensity and passion to his work. For those who saw him perform, it was clear that he was a force of nature. The Ultimate Warrior was a true original, a wrestler who could electrify a crowd like no other. His promos were manic and frenzied, full of wild hand movements and piercing stares. He would jump around the ring and scream at his opponents until they were physically and mentally exhausted. Even though his in-ring skills were sometimes lacking, the fans didn't care. They loved the passion he brought to each match. One fan wrote on Reddit, "I saw him live maybe 5 or 6 times between 1989 and 1992. Never met the guy, but I remember thinking how unbelievably intense he was and how much he seemed to love the crowd. One time he ran around the ring waving to everyone while doing the split. I think I was closer to the ring that night than anyone else because I was sitting right by the aisle. So when he stopped in front of me, I reached out and touched his shoulder. He looked at me and yelled in his deep voice, 'You can feel the power, can't you?' And he split again and ran off. It was so cool," another fan added. "I am old enough to have seen the Ultimate Warrior both in the 80s and 90s, and in my opinion, he was the greatest performer of all time. No one could get the crowd going like him. The first time I saw him was at Madison Square Garden in 1988. I was mesmerized by the body paint and the sheer intensity he brought to the ring. There were several times during the match he would leap over the ropes and slam into the floor. My dad kept yelling at me, 'Are you kidding me? That guy's gonna hurt himself.' But he never did. The closest I ever saw him get to being hurt was when he did a flying headbutt off the top rope and landed awkwardly. Even then, he popped back up and kept going. It was amazing. When he wasn't performing, he was busy managing the Ultimate Warrior fan club, which at its peak had more than 50,000 members. He took pride in interacting with his fans and always made sure to respond to their letters and emails. To him, they were more than just fans. They were part of his family. This dedication to his fans was matched only by his commitment to his health and fitness. He was a strict vegetarian and animal rights activist who believed in living a clean lifestyle. So what happened to such a beloved figure? How did he die? Sadly, he didn't stick around for long. On April 4th, 2014, at the age of 54, he suffered a heart attack following a WWE Hall of Fame ceremony. It was a shock to everyone who knew him. and they were devastated to lose such an iconic wrestler. Those who knew him well were particularly saddened because he had been complaining of chest pains and other health issues for some time prior to his death. Yet he had pushed through these problems and had appeared in great shape at the Hall of Fame ceremony just hours before his passing. One fan wrote on Reddit, "I was lucky enough to see him wrestle twice, once at the Spectrum in Philly and once at the Meadowlands. I have the distinct memory of walking into the arena in the Spectrum and seeing him come down the aisle and thinking, holy crap, there's the Ultimate Warrior." As a kid, it was so real. He was so animated and full of energy. I remember him dancing around the ring and just being completely electric. The second time I saw him was at the Meadowlands, and I remember thinking how good of shape he was in. I don't think I'd ever seen a wrestler in better shape. He was so ripped. I think if he had kept it up, he could have had a long career in wrestling. He was a true performer, and I miss him. Another fan added, "I am just glad he got to see the Warrior finally get the respect he deserved before he passed away." I used to watch wrestling with my grandpa, and one of my favorite memories is the two of us, along with my little brother, going nuts. When the Ultimate Warrior came on, we'd yell, "Yeah, go, Ultimate Warrior, go, 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 go." And he'd be so happy because he knew how much we loved wrestling. I think about that a lot. When my grandpa passed away a few years ago, I felt like a part of me had died. It's weird how something so fake can affect you so deeply. But that's the thing about wrestling. It isn't fake. It's just entertainment. And sometimes the best entertainment can touch us in ways we never expected. The Ultimate Warrior was a once-in-a-lifetime performer who will never be forgotten. His passion, intensity, and dedication to his craft made him a legend, and that's why even today people still talk about him with reverence and awe. He might be gone, but he will never be forgotten. The Ultimate Warrior will live on forever in the hearts and minds of wrestling fans everywhere. Now it's time for you to give us your thought. What is your favorite Ultimate Warrior memory? Put it in the comment section down below. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button, because I need your help to grow this channel. Now check out the video on the screen or click one of the links below.
Okay guys, thank you for watching my videos.